Hi, this is Candace, and I have been getting asked the question, what is an ATC? So, I just wanted to sort of contrast it with something that some people collect, which is sports trading cards. An ATC is an artist trading card. It's almost like a business card from an artist. It's just a little piece of their art. So, the rules on an artist trading card is it has to be 2.5 by 3.5, and the other rule is they're not allowed to be sold because it's a trading card. So 2.5 by 3.5 is the typical size of a playing card, and so you could actually, some people actually take playing cards and alter them to make these ATCs or artist trading cards. So I thought I would do a flip through. I have been doing artist trading cards for a couple of years. I started on another site called SwapBot, where I started swapping, and there was like a one-on-one swaps, and they all had themes. So for example, this theme up here was puzzles. This set down here at the bottom was a black and white theme. So you can see we had a blue owl theme. So, and I traded with different people on that. So you can see that here in the middle, the blue owls. There was a lot of vintage themes, which you will find throughout here. There was also a set of flowers where they did a rose and a daisy and a sunflower, and so I got in on those swaps. This one here is made of glass. This one here at the bottom in the center is made of glass, and I've never gotten a glass one, so I'm kind of excited to have that one. This one down here is one of my favorites. Here's another black and white theme. This was another owl set. This was a daisy. These two here were daisy theme. I get them from all over the place. I've gotten them from Finland, Australia, France, Estonia. We had a theme where we were supposed to make one that looked like stained glass. We had a shamrock theme for St. Patrick's Day. This was a postal theme here in the middle. You can see she's got little packages on hers. Here's some vintage. We actually did one where we sent 5 different vintage ones to the same person, and so all these are from the same gal. All these here at the bottom. So I did get in on a lot of the vintage swaps. As you can see, people will write on the back some information about them when it was done. If you make like 5 of the same kind, then you sort of give it a serial number, 1 of 5, 2 of 5. Most people will actually name their arts, give it a title, just like a painting would have a title. This one's one of my favorites. So pretty. Here is an altered text page in green. And that was a fun one. Excuse me. Some more flowers up here. Excuse the glare. Musical theme down here at the bottom. Some more music ones up here at the top. This one is pretty cool. They did like a keyboard in a circle. This one has a bunch of inchies on it. An inchy is a even smaller work of art that's an inch by inch. Some of these are just gorgeous, and I do like flipping through here on occasion and taking a look. Then I started at Your Paper Pantry. I did a couple of the ATC swaps way back when Natasha was doing the hosting, and you'd have to make like 9 or 10, and so you would get 9 or 10. So this here was a garden theme. Actually, I'm wondering if maybe part of this here might have been part of the garden theme, but as you can see, there's a lot of green there, and this one here is pretty. It's got a picture on it. This one's cool. That looks like Corey. Oh, it says Natasha. Okay. Very pretty. And then the next theme was that I participated in was the circus theme. And so there's the circus tickets that I got. And I ended up getting 9 of those. I stopped doing the ATCs because when you have to make 10, it just got to be so much. But now that Steffi's taken it over and you only have to make 5, I still make 10 because I like to give them out and share them and make one for the hostess. But that way I have some extras. And then here's one that was a blue theme. And I think this was still swap bought. So those are the ones that I've received. And these are the ones that I've made. So this was the puzzle one. I don't remember exactly the themes. I do have them written on the back. Artistically challenged. That was the theme on that one. So this is actually the very first ATC I ever made. And the gal that I made it for, I looked at her profile and she liked panda bears. Then we had a butterfly theme, so I did 3 different ones. And then down here you can see there was called an opposite theme, and so I did a night and a day. And then this one must have been a winter theme or something. I didn't write it on there. These are all swap bought ones. There's the blue owl. This one was supposed to be about your hometown. So I actually did a mail art similar to that one. This was the stained glass. I made 2 different stained glass ones. This was a smiley face theme. These 2. I didn't particularly like that one, so I remade it and I did it with the music. We had a pet theme, and this is my cat and my dog Angel and my kitty Meow Meow, and both of those gals passed away last year, and I miss them so much. This looks like a spring. This says one day closer to spring. Maybe flower series, daisies. That's what that is. Okay. Then there was a yellow owl one, and I did that one as well. There's the black and white theme, and then there was some of the vintage with the bird, vintage with the flower, a postal theme, green, something in green and using a punch, and I actually have a shamrock punch. This was a sunflower theme, I think. This one was blue. You had to do the whole thing in blues. Some vintage. This was, I think, vintage with a button down here at the bottom. And then this one was a vintage with 6 different elements, and they listed the elements. You had to have like a crown and something purple and a flower and something musical or something like that. That was a good challenge. This one was actually a sticker theme. And then we have some vintage here. Vintage with advertising. I don't know if that was vintage with a bird. Down here. Another vintage. This was one that I hosted. It was a chunky. As you know, I like chunky stuff, so I did just one that was for chunky. And then there's a book, the one I made for the altered text book page. This one would be a good idea to do. These are really fun. Here's my music one. And then here's another book page one. And I made this from a book page that came from a gal France. When we did a swap, she sent me this, and this says Femme et le Pantin, and that means the lady and the puppet, something like that. And as you can see, I've got everything listed on the back, all my information on the back. So here's the final ones. This is the garden theme from Your Paper Pantry last year, and the circus theme from last year. Here's a blue one from SwapBot, and then here's this year's first one, which was a postal theme, and then the second one, which was the button theme. So to answer the question, what is an ATC? It's basically you collect them. What do you do with them? You collect them. They're actually for collecting, and that's why I have this awesome book. And I'd love to go through, because actually, just like Linda Lepaka doing her arcads, her Rolodex cards a day, there's a lot of ideas in here. You could actually go through here if you're losing your mojo and get some ideas. And they're small enough that it doesn't take up that much room to have all of these, and there's over 100 in here. So I'm excited to get back into that. I'm really happy that Steffi is hosting. So thank you for watching, and I hope that answered your question. Have a great day.